Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Normani, and you're about to watch my interview on the Dana Cortez Show.
So first of all, my name is Dana Cortez.
I'm DJ Automatic.
I go by Anthony, aka Young Grammar Error.
And we're the Dana Cortez Show. And we're so excited to welcome you, Normani. We're big fans.
I'm just really, really grateful that you guys took out the time. I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for that. So I wanted to say, first of all, just knowing your history, having come from the South myself, I know that I believe you were born in New Orleans, but didn't you move to Houston?
I was actually born in Atlanta, and then I moved.
So you were born in Atlanta. How did you end up in the Houston area?
Hurricane Katrina in 2005.
Oh, okay.
Brought us to Texas, and we didn't know whether we were going to go back or not, or if we were going to stay. We ended up staying, and I've been in Texas ever since. So
obviously it was a good thing though, right? I mean, the Houston community loves you. Do you think that Houston in general, they've got such a music scene there, has had an influence on you and the decision you made to become an artist?
I mean, absolutely. I feel like, a lot of my pivotal moments were in Texas. My childhood, when I think of home and my roots, everything that's been instilled in me, New Orleans all the way. But like I said, Houston has impacted me greatly and also welcomed me with open arms. I had to completely start all over again. And at such a young age too, with school, I had issues in school just because I had a hard time trying to find my group of people. I was at home. I was taken away from my best friend. And so it was just a lot to get adjusted to. But like I said, Houston really welcomed me with open arms. That's my home. That is my home away from home. And I'm very appreciative of them welcoming me and my family.
I think of all the artists from Houston, it's you, there's Beyonce, there's Travis Scott. Hey, let's take it back. Lil Kiki, Paul Wall. Do you talk to any of Trey the Truth? Do you talk to any of these artists?
I mean, Paul Wall was really, really supportive of me. I remember before everything popped off for me, Music World, he was down there and I was recording a record, and I just remember he was one of my dance teachers at the time because he was heavy in music and just putting me in sessions and anything that I could possibly do. And I just remember meeting Paul Wall and I was hyped. I was so hyped. And he was telling me how talented I was. Yes, I was just so hyped.
And Paul Wall is literally the nicest person in the world.
I want to understand that story correctly, Normani. Paul Wall wasn't your dance instructor, was he?
No.
I was like, let me find out Paul Wall got the choreograph on lock.
I mean, maybe. You never know. Maybe.
Grills and the choreography. He can do it all.
Let me find out.
Speaking of choreography, your new video.
Oh my
amazing.
gosh. Now, we all know you can dance. How much work did you have to put in for that? Because it is such an amazing video. And may I say, it's nice to see an artist actually putting
That's
a budget.
A real video. It doesn't look like
it's a real budget behind it. It's real quality. How much time did it take for you to put all of that together?
I mean, it took a village on top of a lot of time and preparation. We were talking about music video for about 2 to 3 months, but the time that we had to prepare, from the beginning of rehearsal all the way until shooting it, we had about a month and a half. But everything turned around fairly quickly. Wardrobe, we had 2 weeks. And then obviously with COVID restrictions, there was a lot there too that we also had to work through. But I went section for section. I was really, really adamant about doing something different. I had taken time off for about 2 years, and me and Sean, we always strive to do something different. Not necessarily in competition with anybody else, but in competition with ourselves. We always strive to outdo the last thing that we did, which for us was motivation. And we didn't even anticipate on that record and that visual blowing up the way that it did. So we were like, okay, what are we going to come with next?
And he's like, I love it. You challenge yourself to take it to the next level every time.
Yeah. And I even in terms of dance styles, because I don't know if a lot of people know, but I used to be a competitive dancer. So I'm seasoned just in different genres and different styles of dance, which was incorporated in this visual. I feel like there's such a range, which was the point.
When you say competitive dance, what kind of competitive dance? Were in cheer or what kind of competitive?
Competitive dance, conventions every single weekend, dance competition, jazz, ballet, tap, hip hop.
That's
because I will notice in the video, I feel like you're out dancing the backup dancers.
I know, and that doesn't happen very often.
No, but listen, they aren't backup dancers. That's really, I feel like that's such a misconception, especially when it comes to dancers. They are the talent, just like I am. I really, I don't see myself above or lower than. Like, I really, really, for my dance community, I will fight. And they are so undervalued, I think, even just in terms of things going on behind the scenes. Like, I feel like it's important for me to be able to let them know how much I really, really appreciate them and root for them and understand that they also make up my brand. You know what I'm saying? They make up.
Yeah. Well, and you were just talking about being outspoken. I was thinking about what you said about the dancers, and I didn't want to forget this because I just thought about, you and Sam Smith working together. I will tell you right now that that was one of my favorite songs. I thought that it was beautiful, and I also see you support the LGBTQ community as we do, as I do. I'm very supportive of this community. That I think has not had a fair shake. How do you deal with the very small percentage of people who, when you post something or they have something negative to say about that? How do you deal with the negativity in general when it comes to social media? I mean, of course, 90% is positive, but if you're anything like me, you look at the negative, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you respond to people or do you ignore them?
I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And I think that even, being 10 years into my career, I'd be lying if I said that it doesn't ever affect me. Like, I'm a human being at the end of the day, and I have trauma and I have experiences that I've faced. And at the end of the day, like, every action, there's going to be a reaction. And so it really, really is hard, especially when you're feeling something so intensely and the world is against you.
Oh,
and people not having all of the facts that they need to be educated on something. People create their own narrative, and sometimes it's just very, very ignorant. But I have to remind myself that it's not necessarily about me. Clearly there's something within themselves that they're not happy with, and I was placed in this position for a reason. Like, I feel like this is my purpose, and this is where God positioned me, because there's a mission that needs to be completed and an assignment that I was assigned to that I need to see come to light. So, I mean, he didn't question this being my destiny. So it's like, why should I allow other people to change and alter my perception of how I think of myself? I know that I work very, very hard and I deserve to be here. So
I love that answer. I do, because a lot of times it says more about that person. I have never thought. We had this conversation today. I said, what does it take for someone to say, I'm going to go be hateful to some other human being? It just, I don't understand what kind of mental state you have to be in to want to do that to someone, to make them feel bad.
Yes. And it's also like, we're not being as sensitive as we would want somebody to be towards us. My mom always told me, treat people the way that you want to be treated. Everybody's going through something. Yes, I know how things may seem like on Instagram. You can make anybody believe anything you want them to believe. Like, I'm sure a lot of people didn't know this last year, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so that was also another thing that I was battling, also trying to get this music video out. Like, you just never know what somebody's going through. It's very simple. As simple as you might think that it is to just be hateful towards somebody, is the same energy you could use maybe making a difference or possibly saving somebody's life.
When you talk about your mom, do you think...
Well, first of all, is she all right? How's everything going with that?
Yes, we're in the last week of radiation and she's going to be fine. She is the bell.
Thankfully.
Praise God. I'm so happy for her. It's been a journey, and this is her second time going through breast cancer. So it's been tough.
Well, when you just talked about her, I felt like, emotional. You didn't even have to explain all of that. How is she feeling about you and where you are now? Because obviously she has helped the entire way. If you were competing in dance, you must have been doing this since you were a little bitty thing. So how does she feel now watching you, her daughter, take over the world?
It's really, like I said, it's a blessing, the fact that I'm able to, this experience with my mom has really taught me to wake up and thank God for simply just being alive and making it to the next day. You know, like the fact that I was able to wake up this morning and call my mom on the phone and call my dad and hear their voices is a miracle in itself. You know, so the fact that this was something that we've worked so hard towards, you know, like it's not just me, it's the fact that my dad took on many jobs. And even if we weren't financially in a position for me to take vocal lessons and dance classes and pageants, like they never showed me that we were struggling. They believed in me wholeheartedly and so much. And my mom, like I said, took off work to homeschool me and travel, go to LA for this audition and that audition, and just being there. They've been there every single step of the way. So like the fact that I'm able to live out my dream and see the plan that we had come into fruition, I'm just blessed that she's here to see it.
See, now we're all gonna cry. Now everybody, like, okay, hold on, because I do have another question. You've worked with Ariana Grande, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, but let's be real. This new collabo with Cardi, The Wild Side. Is it just me, or are you and Cardi really friends? Because I get the vibe that you guys are really close. Are you good actresses, or is that a real thing?
No, that's not acting. And I feel like if anybody knows me well enough, I can't fake that, especially with people. You know, she is genuinely one of the kindest people that I've ever had the pleasure of working with and ever come across just in life. You know, she keeps it real. She keeps it how it is. What you see is what you get, but it comes from a place of love. And she fights for you, especially if she believes in something. And I've seen that, you know, across social media. You guys can obviously see how much she's been supporting the record, but even behind the scenes, like she's fought for me. She really, really has fought for me and fought for this record and just wants the best for me. And
Normani,
that
I can't see because she blocked me.
Oh shoot. She did.
And I love her. I'm Mexicana, I'm Latina, she's Afro-Latina. I've been like, come on, girl, you got to get me unblocked. You got to tell her. It was a whole misunderstanding. I'll tell you later. But that's my goal. Before the end of the year, I got to get Cardi to unblock me because I love her. And I know how much she supports other women. So I'm like, girl.
Yeah, that's why I just love her so much, because I've seen her like.
Well, you tell her, go to Instagram, unblock Dana Cortez. Okay, now what's your question?
I'm trying to think of a way to ask this in the least creepy way.
Then you don't have, just ask it creepy.
Well, so in the shot where you guys are together, that you're taking that shot, was that like, how did you guys make the shot? Like, you guys both look naked. Let's just say that.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. It's not creepy.
Yeah, are you naked or are you not naked in that shot?
We was close to naked.
Okay. Like pasties or something.
We were very, very close to naked. I mean, a lot of movie magic happens.
Okay.
Post production.
Girl, you don't feel uncomfortable. That's your girl. I don't know. I mean, we used to get a lot.
No, I'm really not I'm not shy. I come from dance competition. I've been in leotards, like gymnastics. Like I'm just really not like shy when it comes to that type of stuff.
If I had your body, I would never wear clothes. So I don't even know why anybody would ask that question. I'd just be naked everywhere.
That's why my body looked how it did, because I was dancing every single day. Because I be eating.
Work out. We're gonna get there.
On the theme of Cardi B and not being shy, in Cardi's verse, she says, when she said the lyric, send you nudes while you're at work, I felt that, Normani. I felt that deep.
Did you feel it deep? Have you been saying nudes while you were at work?
No, I've been encouraging my girl to send me some nudes while I'm at work, after I heard the great Cardi B. Do you think that sending your man nudes is a good way to spice up the relationship?
Keeps things light and fun.
Until they get released to TMZ.
No. Now that's on guys. Guys, you got to act like you've been to the end zone before. Don't celebrate. Don't do nothing. Just erase that nude and keep it there. But ladies, nudes are flowers for men.
I don't do that because I'm scary about everything, honestly. And hell no. It's not gonna be me.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. But if you trust your man,
oh my God, Normani's on the cover of TMZ. She knew. You don't want that kind of person.
No. Mm-mm.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time. This has been fun. I'm gonna tell you something. Next time you're here, you got to come here into the studio.
I would love to. I would love to. Y'all are fun.
Oh, we've actually met before. We were in in Hollywood at the Roosevelt, and I was coming down the stairs and I had a drink in my hand. You were with Sujit and some other people. And I fell right in front of you, but I saved my drink. And you actually were like, it was one of you guys were actually like, that was one hell of a save.
Fell down the stairs, didn't drop the drink, but that's another story. So
That's a whole other story.
Next time you're in town, I want to meet you. I want to not meet you, see you again. I want to hang out. I want to break bread. We'll take you get some tacos, a little chilito. We'll have some fun, girl.
Please. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means a lot. It really,
Good luck. Wild Side is amazing. It's a smash. We'll see you very soon, Mama. Lucy Paz.
God bless you. Bye.